Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Chapter 34 of Halvar's Saga. Appreciate you joining me here today. We are in a barrow by the name of White Ridge Sanctum, which I think is the kind of inner part of White Ridge Barrow, if I recall correctly. But we're going to barrow up here in Solstheim, up here in Spider Country. And it's something that we just kind of found by the by in the course of our questing last chapter. In the course of our tragic, yet well-founded betrayal of the, I guess, strangely verbose, strangely verbally adept Reekling chieftain. And this barrow proved to be just a little bit too long, too involved for us to finish off last chapter, so we're here to do it this chapter. And we gotta really respect these kamikaze jumping flame spiders, so yeah, that's where we're at. For those of you who may have not seen the last chapter, or who may have forgotten the end of last chapter, we're basically looking for a person in a cage who I think we hear calling for help right behind us. But I just want to see what's in here first. It seems to be the way out. I just saw some enemies waiting that way, so I didn't want to get ambushed. Figured we'd clear that part out first. Servos Rendus. Servos' journal. Activate imbuing switch. Spider experiment notes. Oh my goodness. I've only tried a few combinations, but things look promising. Ruby plus albino pod is a jumping flame spider. Ruby plus damage pod is an exploding flame spider. Ruby salt pile damage pod is blacked out. Ruby salt pile albino pod is a flame cloaked spider. The purity of the gem could enhance the imbuing process. Perhaps if I could get my hands on a flawless ruby. I've also theorized that if one were to mix most any of the ingredients, a new discovery is likely to be made. Diamond and garnets don't carry the necessary power. Amethyst, emerald, or sapphire may work. Fascinating. I don't think that this is necessarily something Halvar is going to get into at this moment in time. I mean, but maybe just because we're right here, and I was going to say also we don't have salt. But let's try it. Let's try a little something. Can we add something to the imbuing chamber? Salt pile. Albino spider pod. And a ruby. We have all those things for sure. Let's just do it to see how it works. Activate imbuing switch. Recipe flame cloak spider added. Okay, so that just added the recipe, but didn't, like, give us one? I don't know how it works. Whatever. We already picked up a bunch of the things that you can make there. And I don't necessarily have plans to use them myself, right? Even those ones that we already found. So, it's cool, but Halvar not terribly interested at this moment in all that experimentation. Definitely a sweet find, though. Anyway, I can't remember if I finished my opening spiel or not. Let's assume I haven't. Thank you very much, as always, my friends, for watching, for supporting the content. If you would like to support financially, that is what Patreon is for. Link is in the description. There's no need. but I appreciate dearly each and every one who has decided to do so. And with that said, I think maybe that we've seen just about all there is for us to see here. So, I mean, it's a little weird that you'd have to come back here to do this type of thing. You can't, like, bring the Imbuing Chamber with you or have one built in your home or anything like that. But I guess you can access it easily enough through... Yeah, I thought it might be. Through this little shack. So in the event that we'd like to explore this further in the future, that'll be the way to do it. I'm gonna go back out here, though, because there were enemies to fight. They're still there. There might be more loot to be found.
Where'd you
Oh, jeez, yeah. I guess so. We've got bandits, we've got spiders, we've got the whole gang. And they're all gonna die to a sweep attack. Let's go.
That'll teach you.
One thing that I have forgotten to do, but just remembered because I was thinking about what might be possessing these bandits, is that second person's journal, the dead one in the cage, who reads, "She's finally done it. I knew she'd eventually crack. I probably should have left when I had the chance. The untapped power within these spiders has finally gone to Marilar's head. Who would have thought that these tiny albino creatures had the ability to harness such magic? Being locked in this cage is frustrating, of course, but it is keeping me even more focused on my work. What did she think I was going to do anyway? As my sister, she must have known how devoted I am to this work. Although I can't fault her for her actions right now, who knows what kinds of fumes these experiments have been giving off or what effect they have on the human brain. At least I'm alright, or maybe I'm not, but I think I am. Could these experiments be having the same effect on me as they have on her? And I guess that is our answer for why these bandits are, you know, they're almost possessed, right? They've got that fiery aspect to their visage. And all that good stuff. They're also dwelling amongst these spiders. Not as rivals, but as equals. You know, kinda odd. I was gonna say there's gotta be a chest over here. Either that or just like a way back out, but I figured a chest. Nothing too great. Whatever. All good. All good in the hood. Have I been back here? No, I've not. Almost missed it, to be honest. We used up, I think, almost literally every health potion at the end of last chapter. So it is well and good that we are finding many to replenish here. What did I just see something very valuable that I can't find anymore? There we go, it's a sapphire. Alright, well, this decrepit place has yielded a few more treasures than we first thought. But let's put the lights out and go home. Or if not home, then at least out. Because there are certainly other things we could do whilst up here on Solstheim, and I think maybe we will. It could be cool to also just walk to Skal Village, so I think maybe before we do any of the other quests that we have, we'll try that. Because not last time in Chapter 33, but in the previous time to that we came up here, right near the end, we just discovered Skal Village, didn't do anything with it, didn't even really go within its limits. And then, the would-be leader of this Mead Hall referenced Skull Village a few times. Just makes me want to get into it and check it out. But first we owe it to these other Nords of the Mead Hall to come back and tell them what happened to their would-be leader.
Who's there?
Oh my goodness, another dragon attack? I see another enemy too. Is it a double dragon attack or what? Either way, here we go. We must defend the mead. Defend the mead at all costs. Oh, this one's just gonna land. Good. It's an elder dragon, though. Got it. See that other red dot? I wonder what that is. Alright, Serana. If you want to be a follower of Halvar, even if temporarily,
just can't be bothered with.
that's exactly what it is. I was going to say, one of the things you need to learn to love is carrying the remains of dragons. There you are. Serana really loves reviving these Reeklings, eh?
It's really dead, then? I definitely missed the forge.
Ooh.
I wonder if it missed... blades,
Fascinating. I didn't
helmets,
expect this fellow to
pretty much
be a
anything to suit your needs.
merchant, although I guess it makes sense. Well, might as well offload just a bit of gear here. Not enough to really bother switching to our Mask of Clavicus vial, but...
All right, then.
Well, it looks like he at least is not taking the
How
death
did
of
things
his
go out
leader
there?
lightly.
Where is Bejeweled?
But Kuvar wants to know, where is Bejeweled? It's not that simple. She was rejected.
Are you
Tell
serious?
the truth.
How did she take it?
She attacked me.
Ah,
Didn't
I
make
see.
it.
I hope she
You understand.
fought well. Did Rothmund recognize anyone else? Was it you? Is that why?
He said the next chief is a long way off.
Well then, I'll do my best to keep the Hall together until that day comes. Now look, I
Good
understand
man.
you were just defending yourself. And because you helped us retake the Hall, I'll look past it this once. But I wouldn't show my face in here again if I were you. Do we understand each other?
I respect that, and I'll keep out of
See
your
that
way.
you do.
But since this is my last visit here, perhaps...
There's a lot of work to do still, getting this place back up and running. Take a look.
We'll just see what else is cooking here, no pun intended. A little ash fire mead?
Well,
You, make it quick. I won't be here much longer. To tell you the truth, I've been a little distracted. I've got this idea. I want to make a reminder, so we never forget what happened the last time we got soft. I want to ring the whole hall with their little spears, mocking us from the past, making us work harder, fight better. The only problem is, I'm gonna need a lot of spears. A lot. So if you could find a bunch of them for me, that would make it easier. Until next time.
Bring 50 spears. That's a cool quest. We can do that.
Keep away from me.
As you wish. Very cool quest. I love how that can play out so many different ways. Where is Skull Village? North by northeast. I love, guys, how that can play out so many different ways, right? Because you've got, first of all, the big initial choice of do you side with the Reeklings or the Nords. But even after having sided with the Nords, you can basically lie on behalf of Bejeweled or not. And if you lie on behalf of her, who knows what happens from that. But we know what happens when you don't lie. She attacks you, and then you have more options. You can lie to Kuvar or tell him the truth. Just really cool, and I respect the outcome of that, where I feel like in old vanilla Skyrim, Kuvar would have either attacked you on sight as well, or just said, okay, you killed her, sure. Like, I love this, you know, context where that is applied, where it's like, I understand why you did what you have to do, but let's not pretend that we're friends about it.
The elders talk of Great City is much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many buildings?
Skull Village. Look at the wind whipping around this place, and look at the beauty of the sky. Definitely a unique place.
Do not disturb us, I beg you. We must focus on Storm's magic.
Alright, I won't. Into the Great Hall we go. Ooh, this is cool. This is cool. Solstheim's really cool. But having like a Nord outpost in Solstheim that is brand new to explore. Very exciting. Very, very exciting indeed. Alright, an open floor plan here in this Great Hall. I have to say it looks like a pretty modest place, which I suppose is realistic, and there is nobody home. Maybe there will be come nightfall, but for now... Wow. Wow, guys, look at that.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you it.
Serana, do not complain of the brightness. Instead, enjoy the beauty. Amazing. Skull Village. Wow. I'm taken in by this place, and I want to do some questing around here. I know I don't want to disturb you,
Do not
but...
speak.
Okay.
Focus is essential.
We must concentrate.
We are only safe so long as we concentrate.
Fascinating. Okay. Nothing we can interact with right now. And it's only 6:26, but the town is strangely deserted. Like, everything's locked up, but nobody in the Great Hall. It's only those three... Wolf Wildblood's house, Elda's house. Where is everybody? Where is everybody in Skull Village? I want to hang out. I want to help. I guess we will head down to the coastline here and see what's what. If nothing else, enjoy the sunset. Watch the tide come in. We've got another barrow across the way here. Oh my. True beauty. The true beauty of Skyrim lies in the far north. And I know it's not technically Skyrim. It counts. Skull Village, at least, is an honorary part of Skyrim. How about that? Gildenhole Barrow. Didn't even see the Reavers there, not gonna lie. They blended in somewhat nicely with the environment, it has to be said.
I wonder if the Draugr are as gullible as they were when I was a girl.
Oh, I don't think much has changed on that front, Serana. Alright, well... You have to unlock the barrow to get into it. I mean, that's pretty cool, too. It's not something you see every day. Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. We should at least put on our lockpicking helm. It's kind of weird how when you exit this lockpicking screen and then go back in, it changes. Like the lock respawns, if you will. It actually seems a lot harder to find where it was, at least before we knew where it was. I can't even tell where we are. Oh boy. There it is. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Alright. Totally intrigued by this. Adventurer with a book on Deathbrand. You know, I forgot about the Deathbrand quest. I don't know if we're incidentally going to be finding anything like it here. I think, yeah, we've already read... Yeah, we already have and have read that book, so we'll give it back to this fellow. But we'll read the torn note. The single richest treasure trove in all of Solstheim, they said. Bah, looks like this place was cleaned out centuries ago. The Stalrim may be worth something, but my pickaxe ain't even good enough to chip it. Still, I can't shake the feeling that there's something I'm missing. There's an odd draft in this room, secret passage maybe. I've locked myself in until those bandits are good and gone. Suppose I'll keep looking. Nothing else I can really do. Well, it's unfortunate because we sold our pickaxe. But hey, there's the one right there. Thank you, adventurer.
No.
Oh, you need an...
girl with hair of gold.
What the heck?
Called her fair. She called me bold.
Is that the Reaver singing, or is that a disembodied voice? Okay, a couple Stalrim deposits. And as far as I can tell, nothing else. But it definitely makes sense that...
Damn wizards. Not good enough for your precious college, eh?
Yeah, okay, it was the Reaver singing before. It does definitely make sense that a room without much in there and that it needs to be unlocked and all that stuff for nothing. Well, the Stalrim is worth it, right? So that's a dedicated Stalrim place. We just need an ancient Nordic pickaxe. To do anything with that, but really I just want to vibe in Skull Village.
The elders talk of Great City is much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many buildings?
It's a really good question. Okay, it's nighttime now and everything's still locked up, and that makes sense. Maybe there'll be somebody in the Great Hall to talk to now and to get things going. But even that doesn't look like it. Well, guys, I think we should wait. Let's wait until, like, midnight, see if anybody shows up in the hall, and if not, we'll wait until dawn and see if anything changes outside. If not, Skull Village is mysteriously deserted, and that's just all there is to it until further notice. No changes within. Will there be any changes without? Shaman's hut at least is open for business. Or is it? Is this place going to be empty too? My goodness. I don't know if I'm getting unlucky, so to speak, or if this is exactly how you're supposed to find Skull Village the first time you get here. But Ain't much going on. And I still, for some reason, think it's really cool.
The elders talk of Great Sig is much bigger than our
Could
village.
you tell us where
But
anyone
why would
is,
anyone need so many
kid?
buildings?
That would be sweet. Alright, well, as much as I think this is cool, it's probably not the greatest content, so I guess we should just move on. Let's go this way. See if we can find anything nearby that makes sense. As far as explanations for what we just saw go. And if not, then at least we'll find something else to do. Dark elf leaving behind a peddler's journal that begins a quest, prompting us to read it. Meet with the Reekling tribe leader. A different one? Or the one we already killed? Or, you know what? I don't know if that tribe leader was there when we attacked the Mead Hall. Anyway, journal. I first met them little blue fetchers about a year ago on one of the islands to the north. I offered them trades. Out of self-preservation, basically, they were most interested in his belt rather than any valuables. They're eating leather, basically. They're boiling and eating leather. They started painting little marks on his armor. They thought it was a holy relic. Oh, this has to do with the netch leather. I guess this is another kind of Skyrim type quest where you're probably able to craft new items when it's all said and done, but it's like light armor, not a high priority for Halvar, has to be said. Line and lure. We haven't done any fishing yet. That seems like it's related to fishing. We'll just take it for future reference.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Ooh, here we go. Pirate captain. Who I'm afraid does not have much of a chance against us and Serana. We've got a Stalrim mace to take, that's cool. And a glass shield, some decent stuff here in this little longboat. These other pirates got somehow. Maybe they had a dispute with their captain. I guess we were already here. I guess that's where we found one piece of the Deathbrand armor. Well, that's one thing we could do. We've got to use the treasure map, though, the old-fashioned way. So we are up here in the northeast, basically, as I recall. There was basically one on every corner of the map, so let's just go counterclockwise. We'll go just north of the river and west of the southern part of these mountains, which is a little hard to see what that refers to exactly, because I don't see the river. Okay, another way to look at it is it's kind of where the coast slopes inward before jutting back out and becoming a little more jagged. But again, that's hard to see, too, on this map. But it's basically going to be somewhere right around here, if that's the river it's referring to. So we'll just go that way.
Free again.
Who's there?
That was quite the effective ambush. Alright, we want to travel south. And look for anything unusual, including clams, I guess, but I don't think the Deathbrand armor piece number 2 is in a clamshell, but you never know. Oh, the mud crab versus Reekling Civil War. This is so cool. The mud crabs got beaten down pretty bad, eh? You hate to see it. And the level up, and we found the ancient chest right away. Let's go, Halvar, let's go. You know what? We have not put any points into archery. I think maybe I will. Bows do 20% more damage? Heck yeah. Watch out, dragons. We're coming for you. Deathbrand gauntlets. While dual wielding, your one-handed attacks do 10% more damage for each Deathbrand item you wear. Dang. It might be worth building a character around the Deathbrand gear, if it looks cool, which I imagine that it does, right? Okay, well done, Serana. Unfortunately, those gauntlets don't suit you at all. Back to the treasure map. Now, while we're on the west coast of the island, it's right at the top of the peninsula, also where the land juts out, which again is not necessarily that clear, but it's either like here or here. Let's look again. Alright, yeah, I think it's right up here on this tip. So we will travel to the Earthstone and then go north. Which is probably the path of least resistance. We still really don't know what's going on at all with this.
And when the world remembers.
Shrine. The multiple shrines, really, that we've seen. Don't know what's up with these jellyfish. There's that whole jellyfish town, or whatever that these things are to the east. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of content in Solstheim. Oh, this thing gave us a rock joint.
Where'd you come from?
Whoa. We go underwater to... Ooh, very tanky Reaver Lord. Tanky Mage. I shudder to think how tough these battles would be on this difficulty if we didn't have slow time. And to be fair, maybe I should play without slow time now and then, because does make combat really easy. Some cool-looking Nordic gear for sure. And the third piece of Deathbrand armor is within our grasp. Deathbrand armor. Increase your stamina by 15 for each Deathbrand item you wear. Very nice indeed. When we get them all, we'll have to at least put them on Serana just to see, but I don't know if she'll wear all of the pieces. Alright, 3 down, 1 to go. And it's in the southeast, just east of the inlet, which is right here, so to Jellyfish Town we go. Tel Mithrin. And west from there, beneath the auspicious night sky of a rainbow borealis, quite beautiful. Down here we go.
Who's there?
Some kind of enemies
I
await,
heard something.
which is usually a good sign. Yeah, I see the chest there. Wow. The heavy artillery bombarding us. The ash spawn. Oh boy, these guys are tough on this difficulty. It seems, but there's one down. Don't worry, Serana, I'll get on the other side of him so you stop hitting me. Switch to the great sword for the killing blow. Very nice. Ooh, treasure hunter, you tried so hard and got so far, but in the end. Guess you could say the same for us with our lockpicking endeavors this chapter. There it is. Alright. Glindenhole Barrow Key. Alright, we picked that lock. That's the one with the stall room. It's cool how this leads you to that. And now we're supposed to go explore it, alright. Increase your carrying capacity by 10 for each Deathbrand item you wear. Yeah, seems like a really good set. What's that noise? Heard like a mutated howling in the distance. I don't know where Serana is. She's got to take the long way around rather than descending the cliffs as we did. So while we wait, we'll go fight here and... yeah. Jeez! The flame spiders! They're after us! And very nearly killing us. Of all things I did not expect. Whatever that thing is. Burnt Spriggan? Bruh. Ooh, just wrecked badly. Well, that's a real tough foe, especially with everything resisting fire. Okay, there's Serana. I only went there in the first place to try to get her to show up.
Oh, what is it?
Maybe we can go fight them again.
You just can't be bothered with.
No, I want to give you the coolest armor set ever. Oh, we've got one piece back at home. The helm, I guess. That's still very cool. Serana, you're super cool. Deathbrand mode. Absolutely love it. She doesn't hold still that well for pictures, though, but that's okay. Our girl's a little bit restless at times. Alright. Now that we know what we're in for, let's try to take these spiders down. And the burnt spriggan, that was a tough enemy. I think that was doing the vast majority of the damage to us. Serana, you gotta take point here. This thing's tanky. I mean, specifically, I think, because it resists our damage here, but still. I'm not even sure if the resist magic potion helps us here, but we're gonna try everything. Alright, that's all we got. We gotta run. Oh, don't explode. Don't explode. Alright, it doesn't explode. That was about as intense as the fights get, my friends. Burnt Spriggan wood. All that for that reward, huh? But we did it. Very nice indeed. Okay, what else is there to do up here in Solstheim? Oh yes, so maybe now that we have generated the quest, something different will happen here. Maybe, if not, we just need that ancient Nordic pickaxe and to come back. But maybe we'll learn something new with the questing prompts either way. Serana, you look very cool in Deathbrand. Why is that arrow so far off? Is there a secret passage here or something?
I think I see why now.
There might be. I don't necessarily want to make you guys sit here with me while I look for it, but that is at least one explanation. We'll just spend a moment looking for anomalies, like there have been candlesticks in recent chapters that turn. There's the classic button or chain to find. We're not finding any of those things. So, this is still part of the Deathbrand quest, which is fascinating. Maybe There's something around the side. I really don't know. Around the back or on the side. Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll take a look. Not seeing much. Satan's journal. Could this help us? If you're reading this, run. Okay. Get back in your boat and row as far and as fast as you can. There's no safe harbor here, no treasure worth the horror that awaits you. It's a miracle you aren't dead already. Wow. Halden sent us from Japhet's folly out into the sea looking for hidden islands and forgotten coves. He said we needed outposts all around Tamriel to hide all the treasure we're soon to pillage. I say he's mad. Fresh group like us has more immediate concerns than outposts. We don't even have a name yet. But I kept my mouth shut, my head down, and did what I was told. I wish to the nine that I'd have said something. This island looks so peaceful, so remote. Seemed like a good place for an outpost. Bjorn and I stayed behind. We heard the screams. Can't even describe what we saw, although I'll never forget it. The blood. God's the blood. What those monsters did was brought out the coward in Bjorn. All it did to me was raise a fire in my chest, a hate in my gut so strong I can almost feel it coursing into the mace in my hand. I told Bjorn to run to tell the others never to come here. I stayed to write out this warning to anyone unlucky enough to land on this rock. Now that I've done that duty, there's only one thing left. I'm going to kill as many of those things as I can. I'm even going to try for the big one. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll kill every one of them. Maybe you found this rock abandoned and safe. I doubt it. That is very disturbing. I confess I'm not exactly sure what beasts or what things he's referring to. Oh, he's referring to Horker? It's kind of funny. Unless I'm just kind of like misinterpreting that. But there, to be fair, are quite a lot of Horker, and they are very aggressive. Lord Tusk? Whoa, a named Horker. Never thought I'd live to see the day. Now that is funny stuff. We've got your soul, Lord Tusk, and there's Satan, who went down under the mob of Horker. What a way to go. Lord Tusk has been slain, Horkers. What now? Just gotta check where we are on the map. Okay, Horker Island is kind of a territory, I guess. But the island itself is presumably also called Horker Island, where Glindenhull Barrow is. Oh, how sweet it would be if there's an ancient Nordic pickaxe in here. I'm sure there's a way to get one. I mean, it is part of the quest that we allowed the old man to keep. Remember when we did that several chapters ago? So maybe we could go ask him for it again or something. I'm sure there's a way to get one. I'm sure you just... It's not like the quest ends here if you can't get there. Or if you made the wrong choice on that previous quest, right? Anyway. We've avenged you, bandit. And yeah, so, I mean, maybe you need to mine in order to proceed with the quest. That is my assumption for now. So with that in mind, I'm going to keep looking in Skull Village. because I'm just really intrigued by it. I'm going to see if anybody's around now. Doesn't look like it. I think we visited this shaman's hut, which is like the only open building beside the Great Hall during the daytime. Oh, where is it? Baldur Iron Shaper. Maybe he has a ancient Nordic pickaxe. But he's locked up. Nobody's home. You know what? Halvar is such like a forthright character that it doesn't occur to me to pick locks into people's homes, but that is something we could try too. One more look inside the Great Hall. Sorry for those of you who've been to Skull Village before and probably know what's going on. I'm puzzling it out for the first time.
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than
Please
this.
Do not distract us. This barrier must be maintained at all costs.
As always, I shouted when I was trying to sneak. So let's just try to pick one of these locks. Might as well be the Iron Shaper's house, right? But somehow we're still being seen, even though these people are presumably totally focused. What if we go try to find a back door? Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, I have no desire to disturb anyone here, but we simply must know what's going on. Why is every door locked? Why is nobody in town except for those three in the middle? And where can I find a Nordic pickaxe? Well, I don't think there's much to see here. It's just another modest abode. The lusty Argonian maid under the bed. I see you. I see you, blacksmith. Alright then. We are not meant to interact with the people of Skull Village, at least for the moment. So, next stop is the Mead Hall. I know we're not supposed to go back there, but I just want to visit the blacksmith, see if there's a ancient Nordic pickaxe for sale. Well, it's nighttime, the blacksmith is inside. So, I'm gonna go in, but for the roleplay reasons, I will, if they attack me or something, I'll load back up, because I don't want beef with these people. Part of me is curious. I am his hand? What?
The idle mind sleeps.
What are you talking about? Blackbriar Reserve. We'll take a little bit of that. That seems really good. Won't take your whole stock or anything, but we'll just take a couple for the road, eh, Serrano? Well, I'm even more confused than before. Like, I kind of expected Skull Village to be the same way, but where are the Mead Hall denizens? And what is that only one who's there? What is she talking about? And what was that voice? Something about the Dragonborn, I couldn't quite make it out.
The idle mind sleeps.
It came up over here, right? Yeah, something about the Dragonborn. Beast Stone. cultist.
That they have forgotten.
What the heck?
Here.
The cultist gear is not bad. Or at least the robes. Here's the one.
We might remember.
Yeah, wow. So the people of the Mead Hall
We reclaim.
have been co-opted by whatever force is making everybody
Faithless minds.
Far from ourselves.
this way. Jeez, that is not what I expected in the least. A very interesting development, though. Temple of Mirak. Is this kind of the ultimate version of all the shrines that are going up everywhere? I continue to be blown away with
near to us.
simply how much there is to do in
Our eyes
Solstheim.
once were blinded. Now through him do we see.
The sheer size and scope and scale and uniqueness of the island. It's glorious, my friends, truly. I mean, look at it. And it seems like every time we find some progress on one of these quests,
All hands once were idle.
2 more things to do crop up, rather, like
Now
cutting
through
off the head of a
them
hydra,
does he
but
speak.
I'm not complaining. It's actually very cool.
And when the world shall listen,
It's kind of a low-key conclusion to this chapter.
and when the world shall see.
Oslav, we haven't met you yet, but
And when the
there's
world
other named
remembers.
characters up here toiling away. Fascinating. Well, there's even more to see up there, but we're still kind of like, I guess, still kind of wanting to focus on the Deathbrand quest. Still just try to find a pickaxe and maybe just mine the Stalrim at least before the end of the chapter. See if that closes up the quest.
Modin Veleth, Captain of the Redoran Guard, at your service. Thank you for your assistance. It's raised my men's spirits quite a bit.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the finest weapons and armor.
Some very advanced weapons and armors arms from this fellow. There's a pickaxe. No ancient Nordic pickaxe for sale, sadly. Just sell a little bit while I think of what to do next.
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
How do you... So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Remember, I have plenty of potions and ingredients if you're ever in the market.
It's busier now that things are
Oh, do
starting
you
to
sell any
look up.
special mining gear?
Mining gear? No.
Ah,
However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point. A kind of reward for extra effort.
we've discovered a few of
They're
these
no
in our
longer
day.
being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
Ah,
They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place. to
Sarana
start.
chopping wood in the
If
background.
you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them.
That's very cool. That we can
The
find
East
those
Empire pendants
pendants.
are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Is there a special mining gear prompt for Glover?
Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith,
No.
you found one of the best.
Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us. I work for Mogul.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way.
Where can I find
A
it?
well-known stronghold is Dushnik Yal. Here, I'll mark it down for you. Until next time.
Always good to have some map updates from
Be careful.
aggressive orcs.
Don't be put off by my husband's mood. He enjoys having
Alright, friends. Well, we need to turn up an ancient Nordic pickaxe somewhere. Maybe through this woman's husband, actually. That might be your best bet. I was hoping Glover Mallory might have some dialogue or goods related to it. But I guess that's about where we should close off the chapter anyway. I want to thank you very much all for watching. Really appreciate you hanging out with me for these videos as we play through Anniversary Edition content and Solstheim content, both of which are brand new to me. Fantastic times, my friends. Hope you agree. Thanks for the support. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.
I promise you, I have nothing but good intentions towards everyone in this town.